There's one thing almost no one tells you about what it means to be chosen. The path doesn't begin with glory, applause, or victories. It begins with suffering. While the world celebrates your moments of glory, you are being silently molded and enduring trials few could bear. And most extraordinary of all, none of this is a matter of chance. It's all part of a divine plan. If this message resonates with you, if these words stir a deep emotion within you, then understand. Each chosen one must overcome 5 inescapable trials, 5 portals that will radically transform them. There is no escape. The only possible path is to pass through them all. And the third is so intense that many give up before reaching the end. These trials are not punishments, but adjustments. Your mind is realigning itself to vibrate at a frequency most people will never reach. Every pain you feel refines your energy. Every profound loneliness is a door opening to a new level of consciousness. Your suffering is not accidental. You are about to accomplish something far greater than you can imagine. But be warned, most will abandon this path. They will prefer the comfort of illusion, the security of slumber, because waking up is painful. This message is not for them, but for you who feel the call, even when everything seems to be falling apart. If you wish to walk this path alongside others chosen for this mission, subscribe to this channel now. Each new soul that arrives amplifies this flow and contributes to the awakening of many others. Prepare yourselves. What you discover during the first trial will give meaning to experiences that previously seemed like senseless suffering. The first trial appears as chaos. At first, you will not understand what is happening. Everything seems to collapse without explanation. Relationships crumble, plans fall through. Those who swore eternal loyalty simply vanish. And amidst this chaos, you ask yourself, what have I done wrong? The answer is simple, nothing. You haven't done anything wrong. You've simply been stripped of the illusions that held you captive. Every chosen one must witness the collapse of the old world, for only then will they understand the extent to more, which they have lived in a world of illusions. This job, which was consuming her from within, was a prison disguised as stability. These friendships, seemingly sincere, were merely alliances of convenience. This idealized love was the expression of a need, not a genuine connection. The first real hardship tears away the masks from her face, and it's painful. It hurts because you thought it was the role you were playing, the position you held, the people you surrounded yourself with. But the chosen one isn't a role, it's a being, and this being flourishes when everything that is false collapses. Imagine it as a spiritual fire. The forest must burn for new seeds to germinate. You are that seed. The fire didn't come to destroy you, but to set you free. Every loss is a liberation in disguise. Every ending is the beginning of something far greater than anything you can imagine. But beware, many fail at this stage because they try to rebuild what the universe has already destroyed. They fall back into their old habits, associate with the same people, frequent the same places that no longer belong to them. And so begins the second ordeal, solitude. Not physical solitude, but the feeling of being surrounded by people and yet feeling completely isolated. It's realizing that you can no longer talk about anything, nor feign interest in what no longer moves you. You have changed, you have awakened, you have risen, and now you see everything with a clarity the world around you has yet to attain. Your friends look at you differently. Your family feels distant. Those who once admired you are keeping their distance. You feel trapped between two worlds, one where everyone is still asleep, and the other where you have already awakened. This silence is sacred. In this moment, you discover your true strength. When no one recognizes your path, you learn to recognize yourself. When no one applauds, you learn to walk in silence. When no one shares your vision, you learn to trust your own light. The chosen one did not come to follow the crowd, but to guide consciences. And yes, it is painful. It is painful to be misunderstood. It is painful to witness the superficiality of the world. It is painful to bear truths that few can bear. But here is the secret. Solitude is not a punishment, but a preparation. It is the calm of the cocoon before taking flight. You are preparing to find your true community, the souls that resonate in unison with your own. In the meantime, learn to be independent. Discover the beauty of your own presence. Understand that you don't need crowds but simplicity. And depth lies not in quantity, but in the sincerity of connection. The second trial comes when the path narrows. It is there that the one who truly has the strength to persevere is revealed. The weak rise to the surface, fleeing the weight of silence. But the strong, the truly chosen, learn to transform solitude into a sacred sanctuary. They delve into the depths of themselves. Meditate, write, reflect, create. Cant there in the silence. They strengthen the invisible, roots that will later support the magnificent, tree of their destiny. If you are going through this period right now, understand this. What feels like isolation is actually a protective mechanism. The universe is distancing you from everything that drains you and robs you of your vitality. Don't give up, don't give in. This solitude has a profound meaning. It is transforming you into something the world has yet to see. And so begins the most difficult, the most perilous phase, the one that has led many chosen ones to capitulate. The third trial is the temptation to return. After the chaos and the solitude, the universe offers what seems like relief, almost a blessing. The old job reappears with an enticing offer. The person who hurt you reappears, begging for a second chance. The group that ostracized you calls you back. It all feels like an answer to your prayers. The pain seems to finally subside, but in reality, this is the ultimate test. The choice is now yours. Will you retreat into the comfort of the familiar, or will you venture beyond into the unknown? Where does your awakening lie? Will you settle for crumbs, or will you trust in the unseen feast that awaits you? Most fail, most return, because the fear of the unknown is stronger than faith in the meaning of life. Because loneliness always hurts. Because it's easier to pretend nothing has changed than to take responsibility for a conscious life. But the truly chosen ones perceive the deception. They discern the false energy hidden behind the facade. They suspect that accepting this invitation would be to betray everything they've learned about themselves. That would be selling your soul for fleeting comfort. Think of Orpheus, who descended into the underworld to save Eurydice. The rule was simple. Never look back, but he did, and he lost everything. Now it's your turn to step out of the shadows. Every step brings you closer to the light. But if you look back, if you try to become who you once were, all progress is destroyed. The third trial demands almost superhuman courage. It involves saying no to what seems tempting. It means refusing doors that open with seductive promises. It means trusting a still uncertain path while the old one calls, with familiar voices. At this stage, we recognize those who truly believe in their own awakening and those who have only grazed the idea. Here you will see if you are ready to relinquish all that is visible, to reach the invisible. And there is a simple yet powerful truth that can save you. What comes back is never the same. The old work will exhaust you again. The person will fall back into their old habits. The conversations will be the same. The cycles will repeat themselves. It's like trying to pour new wine into old wineskins. It doesn't work. You've changed. And trying to channel your new energy into old patterns is a silent form of spiritual self-sabotage. You resisted, you said no. You chose to move forward, and now here is the fourth trial. Perhaps the most discreet and devastating of all, continuing to work in secret, without applause, without recognition, without the certainty of being on the right track. This is the phase of pure faith, the kind that endures without proof. Deep in your heart you feel a mission, a higher calling, but time passes, days, weeks, months, sometimes years, and nothing seems to happen. You continue to meditate, to learn, to create, to evolve, and the world remains silent. No one sees your inner struggles. No one congratulates you when you triumph over your demons. No one suspects the price you pay for choosing the truth, again and again. It's precisely at this moment that your mind begins to torment you with persistent little doubts. What if I'm wrong? What if it's all just an illusion? What if I'm wasting my life? Comparing yourself to others becomes pure torture. You watch the unconscious thrive and build empires, while you, in your quest for truth, seem invisible. But make no mistake, this is the test. The silence, the delay, the invisibility, all of this is part of the maturation process. The fourth challenge is not to move mountains, but to remain steadfast when everything seems to have stopped. Here is the truth that will sustain you. This phase of invisibility is not a punishment, but divine protection, a time of sacred maturation. Imagine a cocoon. From the outside, nothing seems to be happening. It is still, silent, without any sign of life. You feel trapped or that everything is over, but inside, a profound transformation is taking place. Each cell dissolves and reorganizes. The DNA is rewritten. A new structure forms, and little by little, the wings begin to take shape. If someone tries to open the cocoon prematurely, thinking they are doing the right thing, the process is interrupted, and the butterfly does not survive. It needs time in the dark, the pressure of the confined space, and silence to gather its strength and be able to fly. You are inside this cocoon. What feels like a pause is actually a transformation. What seems like a waste of time is the invisible work preparing you. What you call waiting is in reality the birth of a new version of yourself. The chosen ones learn to appreciate the process, not just the result. They discover that true spiritual work is done in silence, away from prying eyes, away from the need for recognition. They understand that the greatest changes are invisible and that no witness is needed to confirm reality. The fourth trial teaches divine patience, not passive waiting, but action even without apparent success. It is the patience of the sower who sows, knowing full well that the harvest will not come the next day. This is the wisdom of those who build solid foundations, aware that great structures require deep bases. Spiritual time does not follow the same rhythm as human time. In the material world, we sow today and reap soon. In the spiritual world, the seed is sown in one dimension and germinates in another. Events unfold in the unseen world. Their consequences manifest in the visible world. But between the two lies a sacred period, and it is precisely during this period that faith is tested. The universe conspires in your favor, even if you don't perceive it. Synchronicities fit together like pieces on a vast cosmic chessboard. People are preparing to meet you at the perfect time. Unexpected doors will open. Paths will unfold in directions you don't yet know. But none of this will happen if you give up now. If you stop because you don't see immediate results. If you seek the approval of others, instead of cultivating unwavering self-confidence. Do you know what hurts the most? Many give up just before reaching the decisive turning point. So close to the goal that everything would change if they could hold on a little longer. One more moon, one more season, one more breath of faith. The revelation is about to be unveiled. Understanding is approaching. The mission will be revealed in its full scope, but many give up and as a result miss out. Don't be one of them. Persevere, keep going even in silence. Work, even without applause. Persevere, even if you see nothing happening. Because when the butterfly finally emerges from its chrysalis, no one asks how long it has been hidden there. No one questions the process. All are captivated by the flight. All surrender to the miracle of rebirth. If you have come this far, if you have bravely overcome the 4 trials, if you have kept the faith even in the darkness, if you have resisted the temptation to turn back, then something magnificent will happen. The power awakens, and with it comes the 5th and final trial. Learn to embrace your spiritual responsibility without losing yourself, without denying yourself, without betraying your true nature. True power does not reside in domination, control of the masses, nor in possessing followers, fame, or influence. Spiritual power is the ability to transform reality simply by being present. It is about mobilizing energies and bringing about change simply by being yourself. When awakening is genuine, when trials are overcome, your presence transforms everything around you. You enter a place and the atmosphere is altered. Your words gain power. Your energy influences others, even unintentionally. This is why character must have been forged beforehand, for this power is immense, and only those shaped by adversity can fully channel it. The 5th trial is perhaps the most difficult of all. It touches the very heart of human nature. It is the moment when one truly holds power, and with it the temptation to use all acquired knowledge for personal gain. Instead of putting wisdom at the service of the common good, one suddenly perceives the weaknesses of humanity with striking clarity, and one is then faced with a choice. This can be used to help or to manipulate. Many lose themselves in it, feeding their ego instead of developing their consciousness and unconsciously transforming into what they once fought against. A compulsive manipulator disguised as an enlightened being, an energy vampire posing as a healer. The most dangerous thing is that this can happen even while believing one is serving the light. The ego is cunning. He knows how to justify every manipulation, every deviation, as if it served the common good. It's easy to fall into the trap of believing that after so much suffering, one has the right to use one's power as one pleases. And when one realizes this, the spiritual path becomes a stage for vanity and a trophy of superiority. But the truth is simple. Awakening doesn't make you better than others. It simply makes you more responsible. The universe doesn't give you the power to act like a god. It doesn't forge you in fire to sit on a throne and judge the world. It reveals profound truths to you so that you may use them like keys that unlock doors, not close hearts, that illuminate paths, not darken them. Every spiritual gift implies a tacit agreement. It is a gift that demands full awareness. It works for liberation, not imprisonment, for healing, not harm, for the revelation of what uplifts, not for the propagation of illusions disguised as truth. The truly chosen face this challenge with humility, constantly questioning themselves. They know that greater power comes with greater scrutiny. The more they are listened to, the more crucial it becomes that they speak the truth, without letting their ego hide behind a gentle voice and a veneer of wisdom. And therein lies the true test, the mirror of integrity. Do they speak to inspire or to be admired? Do they use knowledge that others do not yet possess to elevate themselves above others, or to lend a hand to those just starting out? If you feel the need to judge those who are still asleep, choose between compassion and arrogance disguised as judgment. This trial is silent, subtle, and insidious, for spiritual corruption does not come suddenly, but like a gentle whisper. You deserve to understand this. You have suffered more than others. You are more evolved. It's understandable that they treat you differently, and perhaps there's some truth in those statements. But when power emanates from the ego and not from an awakened heart, it becomes poison. The line between a true chosen one and a false prophet is thin, almost imperceptible. The true chosen one never forgets their origins. He remembers the pain that forged him, the nights he cried for help and heard only his own echo. He has lost none of his compassion for those who still stumble, for he knows what it is like to grope in the dark. He uses his power to open pathways, not to erect barriers. He includes, welcomes, awakens, and does not divide. He serves collective evolution. He does not seek followers among his followers. He understands that those who seek him are not admirers, but reflections of themselves. Every soul he encounters reminds him of his humanity. Every cry for help reminds him of his mission, to serve, not to be worshipped. So when you feel the strength awakening within you, when you realize that your words touch others, that your presence transforms, that your knowledge attracts, then rejoice certainly. But keep your feet on the ground, for the greatest enemy of the chosen one is never external. It is neither darkness nor the powerful, nor the unbelievers. The true enemy resides within us. It is the ego, which aspires to the throne of truth. It is the shadow that whispers, "You are special, superior, worthy of veneration." And there is only one way to defeat it. Remain humble, constantly observe yourself, continually question yourself, and continually choose to be an instrument of the light, not its center. Now you understand there are 5 trials, 5 portals, 5 deaths and rebirths that transform an ordinary person into a conscious channel of the sacred. And if upon hearing these words, you feel they resonate with you, know that it is not by chance. You have been called, you have been chosen, not because you're better than anyone else, but because long ago, even before this incarnation, your soul consented to serve a higher purpose. And if these words resonated with you, if you felt a connection to this path, then that's a sign. Write in the comments what made you think the most. I truly want to know what this message awakened in you. Also, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications, because we still have a long journey ahead of us together. And if you think this message could help someone seeking spiritual awakening, please feel free to share it. Sometimes a single word is enough for the soul to remember who it is.